This is the briefing for Monday, June 2nd. I want to start the briefing tonight basically with the metals or with silver. Those of you who listened to the briefing on Friday night, at the end of the briefing, I talked about the fact that I was looking around and searching for some stocks to trade, individual stocks, mainly because the indices, which I trade mostly, were really not doing anything. We're just in a trading range, and I was getting tired of sitting on my hands. And I checked on silver, and basically I showed this chart. This was today's trading. And what I said was that the silver's been in a trading range for quite some time, and you can see the rotational pattern that it has occurred. Then in a shorter time frame, it was in another rotational pattern. And then in an even shorter time period, it was in an even shorter time period right through this. So we got 3 time periods of rotational patterns, all at or near an upper key reference area, meaning this upper extreme right through here. And what I said was that you might want to consider it of taking some long positions in silver if and when it broke out of this area of rotation here, because that would open up then the possibility of it trading up to this 32 area, 3150, 32 area. And in today's trading, I was really shocked when I saw silver open, because I had the alert set, and I talked about that in the briefing, that these trend lines are actually alerts also. And the alert went off this morning on the open, and I jumped in the position there. Volume was increasing, and certainly the rest of the day, the silver just absolutely took off, traded right up to this upper key reference area, and then above it and close. Let's see if we can get the exact close on this. The close was 31.59, which is exactly where it closed today. You can see that. So that suggests that it closed near the high of the day. So that suggests there should be some follow through in tomorrow's trading. Now, what's going to be important here in this situation, and I'm kind of doing this briefing as a trade lesson for you guys and girls, that when you reach a key reference area like this, that typically there's a pause, and you can see this is a pause here. It's a little farther away typically than normal, but and then there's a pause here at this upper extreme. And so I wouldn't be surprised to see a pause in tomorrow's trading somewhere around here or above here. Now, volume came in at the end of the day. I mean, it was really pretty significant volume that came in and drove it higher. So we should see follow through in tomorrow's trading. But if we do get a pause, I wouldn't be concerned. Certainly, you don't want to be long silver below 30.60. This which was resistance is now support. So I would watch that carefully. If there is follow through, then this is going to be a breakout move, which could be a pretty substantial move. This is an RSI indicator, which I use for individual stocks. And you can see that it was basically neutral coming into today and has now become bullish, but not overbought, at least at this point in time. So that's just kind of a heads up on what happened. I think I was a little bit lucky to have talked about this in Friday's briefing, but it makes the job worthwhile to be able to look through stocks and look for the chart patterns that develop your own strategy, and then see them come to fruition, usually within just a couple days. So just keep that in mind and watch what happens with silver. Support now is at this 31.50 level, and resistance is, I'd have to go to a weekly chart, but I think silver is going, breaking out. If it's breaking out of this area of rotation, it's going to be a fairly significant move, assuming it can hold above that 31.50 area that we closed at today. Now, onto the stock indices. Now, you can see that the indices, this is the spiders on a 60-minute basis. You can see basically they were trading in a range. Had a fairly nice move in today's trading. Upside resistance is coming in right around 595. That's going to be an important area for the spiders. In the Qs, you can see the Qs have broken out in today's trading in the 522 area. A little bit concerned here, mainly because of what's happening with volume. This is today's trading right through here, from here to here. And you can see what's happening with volume from Friday. Volume just absolutely collapsed. Breadth improved somewhat, but only 187 shares positive, negative 34 shares positive in the S&P 500. So I'm a little concerned over whether this breakout, what appears to be a breakout, is really a legitimate breakout or not. We may see some type of rotation back down in tomorrow's trading. Once again, this market is based on news events. It's driven by news, so we could get any type of news event either way. Then the market's going to react appropriately. And of course, the IWM representing the Russell is basically in neutral territory. Upside resistance is 210, downside support is 200. Looking at the daily charts, you can see this rotational pattern here in the spiders. This is what I've been talking about. So this goes back to that's May 12th. So that's about 3 weeks of trading that we haven't gone anywhere other than this up and down movement. This upper key reference area I have is at 595, and you can see what's happening with breadth. It's really not supporting a potential breakout move. Volume turning down, 52-week highs minus 52-week lows, only 129 shares positive in today's trading. And of course the Qs at the 523 level. This was a false breakout on this day here, but same thing, just the rotational pattern, volume falling off in today's trading and breadth still diverging. So it really doesn't look like a strong move in terms of the indices themselves. And of course, this is the IWM, so it's really not moving in either direction. Overbought and oversold, we're basically neutral. That allows the market to go in either direction. And if we look at where total volume is, this is total volume on the NYSE, you can see that that it is falling. This is net volume, which is up volume minus down volume. It is falling. In fact, it was negative today. And in the NASDAQ, you can see that NASDAQ net volume is falling, and it was slightly positive in today's trading. Nothing to write home about. The 10-day exponential moving average trended down. It was up a little bit on Friday, but back down again. Same thing with the NASDAQ. You can see total volume is declining on a 10-day exponential moving average basis. So that's about it for tonight. I'm really going to be watching what happens with the indices to see if the Qs will break out tomorrow or continue a breakout move, and see if the spiders will follow, and then of course the Russell. But I'm keeping a big eye on my position in silver, at least for tomorrow, and we'll see what happens in tomorrow's trading. Have a great night.